welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would film a very simple, easy to follow makeup tutorial for you guys, and it is basically a full face that is appropriate for work or just day to day. Very simple, straightforward, just using 6 products. So I have been doing this recently for probably the past month or two, and I just find it really easy, really quick. It literally takes me 10 minutes and I am out the door. So it is really good for when you are in a rush. And yeah, I thought I would share that with you today because a lot of my viewers I know are beginners at makeup or don't really own that many makeup products. Using products which I think everybody can get access to, or they already have these products in their makeup kits. So yeah, let's just jump straight into it. I have already moisturized my face from the day, so I'm not going to include that as a product because everybody should be moisturizing daily anyway, and also using SPF. So the first thing that I do is jump straight into concealing. I normally use these Radiant Creamy Concealers by NARS, and I like to mix 2 shades together. So I like to use a shade that is closest to my actual foundation color, one that is slightly lighter, so I can actually use this to brighten up my under eyes, and it just makes you look more awake. So the first thing that I do is jump straight into the darker shade. So this is the shade, what do I use, Biscuit, and I'll just put that under my eye. So this will do all the covering for me, so you don't need to use foundation or anything like that. So I'll do big fan like shapes under the eye, and I will fan it out right till it goes down to my cheeks, so I don't mind it getting like everywhere, because it will cover then all like the redness or anything else that you have. I like to put this on my forehead as well, so I'll do kind of a fan shape in the middle of my brows going up to my forehead, and then I'll do a bit of the chin and a bit around my mouth and on my nose as well. So this is the darker shade is gonna act more or less like a foundation. It doesn't feel heavy on the face either, because you're literally just concealing the bits that you want to cover. And I am actually going to use a sponge to blend it all out, and I got this Miniso cactus hydrating spray, which I like to use to wet the sponge. I'm gonna use the pointy side to blend everything out first. Already you'll just see such a difference. You'll feel like you're more awake, while I feel like I'm definitely more human-like rather than a zombie-like. I just love concealing. I can't live without concealer. I can probably live without foundation, but I honestly can't do without concealing. So this is the main thing, and then whatever is left on my beauty blender, I'll just kind of go over this areas where I feel I need to cover any blemishes. But that is basically it. And I like this concealer because it does give you a nice glow as well. It gives you a healthy looking skin-like glow, so it's definitely not drying to the under eyes or anything like that. So before I finish off blending out the under eye concealer, I'm going to use the lighter color. This is in the shade Custard, and this is going to do the brightening for me. So I'll basically just put it in the corner of the tear duct. I'm not going to bring it all the way down, because then it will kind of defeat the purpose of the coverage of the concealer we did before, the concealing we did before. So I'm literally just focusing on the inner corners, and I'm kind of bringing the product to the side of my nose and blending it upwards here, and just dabbing it out around the under eye. And now I'm just gonna use this brush. This is the MAC 150 brush, and it is a flat kind of semi-dense and fluffy brush. So I'm gonna use this to kind of spread out the concealer from under the eye, so you don't want any creasing under the eye. And then I'm gonna bring it up to my eyelids and my brow bone as well, so everything kind of looks all uniform and blended out. If you don't have this brush, then you can just use your fingers to do this step, or you can use your fingers instead of the sponge as well. And actually your fingers does blend it out better, so I'm gonna just use this for the inner corner where I feel it hasn't blended out, and just use your fingers to make sure everything is nice and set. The next thing that I do, because I don't want any random triangle looking brightness under my eyes, I usually bronze my face or contour my face, and I don't really concentrate on the contouring technique for this. I just kind of want to add more warmth to the face and kind of look more alive, because I can't be out looking just like this with concealer and that is it. Like, I can't do that. I need everything on my face to be dimensional and proportional. So the second product that I'm going to use is the Barrier M Chisel Cheeks Contour Kit. Now, you have seen this is a much loved product of mine, and I'm going to use this oval-like fluffy brush as the bronzer brush. This is by Mirai. It's the contour and highlight brush. So I'm going to take a mixture of the darker shade and the medium shade, just literally where I would usually contour and blush. So I'm not just concentrating it on the contour line, so it's just where I blush and contour. So you can kind of do the fishy face to find where that is. And I'm going to bring it up to the temples of my face and up to my forehead as well. I'm just, whatever's left on the brush, I'm just going to go around the jawline and just a bit on my nose, on the sides of my nose. And yeah, that is the next step. I just kind of want everything to look seamless, so I'm just gonna wet the beauty blender again, and just without anything on it, I'm gonna use this to kind of make sure everything is stippled into the face. You don't want any harsh lines anywhere. You still want to make everything look seamless. Now, usually when I am doing this look, I don't set my under eyes. I don't bother with my under eyes. I kind of just leave it like that, because I also don't put that much concealer where I need it to stay on. This usually sticks for the whole day. Like, just throughout the day, I'll just make sure I kind of tap my fingers around my under eyes, and that's about it. Like, I don't really bother. Now, for the third product I'm going to use, it's kind of a multi-functional product. So I got this eyebrow pencil. It's a 3-in-1 from Miniso. So you kind of get the pencil for your brows, and then you have like the spoolie at the end, so the brush, and then in the middle you get this powder. So now I'm actually going to do my brows first. So I'm just going to brush them out, just kind of to look tidy. Like, I'm not going to bother much with my brows. I'm just going to brush them out and just fill in the areas where I feel needs to look fuller or more defined. I'm going to use the pencil for that. This shade, it is the darkest shade that they have. It's shade 1. So I'm just going to first focus on the arch and kind of define my arch, and bring it down. Same on this side. Like, I'm not doing too much to my brows. I just want to make sure it has some sort of shape. So I'm just going to brush them out again, so everything just looks a bit more blended and natural looking. Okay, so now for the eyes. Sometimes it kind of depends what I feel, but sometimes I would use this contour shade as eyeshadow on my eyes, but today I'm kind of not feeling to do my eyeshadow, so I'm actually going to use this middle powder bit as the eyeliner for my eyes. So I'm just going to dab it in, so like at the end of this side it has all the powder in the middle, so, and this is like a sponge applicator. So with this I'm just going to sort of create a semi-smoky eyeliner. So So I'm just gonna roughly literally go over my lash line, and you can just go as thick as you want with this, as dark as you want with this, kind of whatever you're feeling. So I am actually going for a movie tonight, so I think I can make it a little darker, and I'm actually going to bring it on my lower lash line as well. So I'm just going to do a purposely thick line and a very dark line, and then I'm just going to smudge everything out with my finger after. So I'm just going to smudge it out so it just kind of looks a bit more blended and a bit more smoky. Now the fourth product I'm going to use is mascara. So my favorite all-time favorite mascara that I love to use is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. Just love the bristle of the product and just everything about it. It always makes me look like I have really nice full thick lashes, and with minimal effort. Like, you just need like 1 or 2 layers of this product and it will really lift your lashes. So I like to look all the way down to the mirror so I don't get any mascara residue on my lids. Literally minimal effort, super quick look, and it just looks like, you know, you've spent a lot of time doing your makeup and okay, I'm gonna let it dry and it's gonna flick off. Sometimes what I do if I'm even more of a rush and I don't have time to define my brows is use this mascara stick. After I've done my eyelashes, whatever is left on the brush, I'll just kind of go over my brows as well, and it kind of sets it as well. It fills them in, it does the job, it brushes it out, makes it look thicker. So I'll actually show you now how I do it. Just gonna do my lower lashes. I automatically feel so much better having mascara on. So yeah, now whatever is left on this, I'm just kind of gonna lightly brush out my brows so it sets everything. Now for the fifth product. After eyes, concealing everything, you're basically done. You can leave it at this if you want, but you know me, I love my highlight, I love my blush. So I actually got this Becca palette, the Chrissy Teigen palette, recently, and yeah, I just love the palette. It has the highlight, it has 2 highlights, one of a bronzy highlight, one a pinky highlight. It has a blush and it has a shimmery bronze as well, which you can use as a blush. You can do whatever you want. You can also use this as eyeshadow. So I find this palette really handy, and it is really versatile. Like, this palette is just perfect for like people who love glow and love the shimmer. So what I'm gonna do first is actually highlight the bits that I want to highlight, because I like to go all out with my highlight. So I'm just gonna take this one, this shade. Ugh, I hate it when they do this. I don't even know what this is supposed to be. This shade is Beach Nectar. So this is the highlight shade. And then I'm just going to focus on the high points. So wherever the light hits first. So just my temples and the top of my cheekbones. Whatever is left on the brush, I kind of go under my brow bone and my nose. With whatever is left, and then just the top of where my arch, your brow bone arch. And then next we're going to go in with the blush. So I like to use this shade here. This is the Hibiscus Bloom shade, and it is really pigmented. Just doing tip of my cheekbones. I'm not bringing it all the way up. And I've recently started doing this, but I've been putting blush on the center of my nose like this. Oh god, I'm so sorry about my phone. And I like the effect it gives. It kind of gives a nice sort of like literally flushed look, as if you are blushing. And I'm just going to blend everything out, make sure everything is nice and stippled, it doesn't look powdery, because even though I'm in a rush, this is really important for me to do, and just make sure, you know, everything looks nice and seamless. Less is more. Like, literally I have managed to kind of make myself look a bit more presentable and a bit more glammed up. for the day, just by using literally, this is 5 products so far, and of course the 6th product is lipstick. You can either wear Vaseline if you want, like do whatever you want to your lips. Today I'm gonna go for a more nudie brown lipstick, and this is the Kylie Cosmetics one. This is in the shade Dolce K, and yeah, I just love the shade of this, and yeah, it's just the perfect nude for me in my opinion. So there you go guys, this is the full face that I usually do with literally 6 products only. It is of course completely your choice with what products you're used to wearing on a regular basis, on a daily basis. If you feel like you want to use a tinted moisturizer instead of concealer, then go for it. If you don't usually use contour, then you don't have to stress to use it. I just thought I would show you how I quickly glam up for literally when I only have 10 minutes to get out of the door. This is my go-to, and I hope that you have learned some tips and tricks, and yeah, that is basically it. I will see you in my next video. Bye.